Hey, good night, y'all. How are you guys doing? Tonight is the night we're going to be talking about crushing your money mindset. And this is so important. And I'm going to be joined by an amazing financial catalyst and spending strategist by the name of Jasmine Naylor. And she's going to help you change your perspective and your mindset around money and the way that you earn it. And of course, I'm Rymer, your business development coach, and I decided to collaborate with Jasmine because a lot of entrepreneurs are fixated on earning more, but they don't know why every time it's like they get a little money in their business, they're not able to maintain it. It just goes. And then if they're able to at all get money, it's not on the level that they really need to earn. Okay, or maybe some of them don't even know how to make money in their business, and it's not even because they don't have a good offer, but it's just because of their money mindset. Okay, so Jasmine, I welcome you in to join me at any time. Hi, how are you? Hi, good night. We're talking about crushing your money habits tonight. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be collaborating with Jasmine Naylor tonight on this topic. So I'm just waiting for Jasmine to join in. How are you guys doing? Let me know. She said, let me figure this thing out. Listen, these live videos and stuff, I'm not good with tech at all. All right, I see the request coming in. You guys can jump in the meantime as Jasmine comes in. Thank you for all the hearts. You guys are so awesome tonight. So awesome. All right. Hey. You made it
Hey,
in.
wonderful. Let me just make sure you actually can see my head, right? Because
Yeah.
it be cutting stuff off. All
All
right.
right. Okay, I
All
think I
right.
can hear you now.
Wonderful. Ain't it something
Awesome.
using tech for the first time?
Listen, I know I wouldn't have been able to figure it out, so I'm so happy you were able to because I'm like, listen,
Listen,
this
Google,
is
Google,
not.
Google is my best friend. I Googled it about an hour ago. How do I co-join a live? So
Listen,
I knew
I
a
had
little
a
bit.
Zoom call with my group on Facebook, and I had to Google how to get them to stream it from Zoom to Facebook because I always see people, doing their Zoom to Facebook, and I was finally able to figure it out. Hello, good night, everybody. We have a lot of people joining us tonight. So, Jasmine, welcome in. I'm so happy that we are able to collaborate on this topic because when you understand your own perception of money, you can work to change it. So, it's not something that's totally detrimental to our futures. We're still able to take control, right? So, being able to understand your money mindset gives you a starting point to work from. So, I'll let you take it over from here and
All
tell
right.
people.
So
Yeah.
thanks everybody who's hopping in. If you have hopped in already, drop your name in the comment section and also tell us where you're from and give us some hearts. We would love that this
Thank
whole
you for all
hour.
the guys.
Right, drop the hearts, drop the emojis. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're excited to talk about this money mindset business, leveling up for 2021. So my name is Jasmine Naylor from Jasmine Naylor Enterprise. I am a profit princess. I help people make 6, 7, and 8-figure profits. I have been given the gift that is anointed. Everywhere I lay my hands, I have been able to make between 6 to 8-figure profits.
Lay your
So
hand on your Jasmine.
Hey, so I am not boasting. I am not boasting at all. And in fact, this is probably your first money mindset lesson of today with me. It takes time to actually big yourself up to the level that you actually operate in. So I have made 6 to 8 figures ever since I entered corporate America back when I was 19 with a baby. And I never realized that that was a gift and an anointing, and I never really talked about it. In fact, I just recently started talking about it. So thanks everybody who's dropping your comments in the chat. Thank you so much. Let me just give you guys some shout outs real quick. So I see Valor
Yeah, we
Vic in
have
the
a
house
lot of
from
different states.
Louisiana. Welcome. I see my daughter in the building as well. Hey, Monty. Let's see who else is here. Oh, thanks. They said we look beautiful. We did a little something
Oh,
for y'all
thank you.
today.
I didn't even see that. On my end, I'm seeing
Yes.
Louisiana, Massachusetts. I'm seeing Maryland, Philly. Listen. Oh, we have a
Yes.
view from Massachusetts in the building.
Thanks. We like
Love
Massachusetts
it.
representing. Thank you. Thank
I
you. Thank you.
know.
We
I love it.
appreciate it. Thanks for sharing. Oh, and matter of fact, here's the first thing we want y'all to do. We want you, if you are on this live, take a minute. You see that kite right next to your comment section? We want you to share this out. Share it to your story. Share it to your friend. Tag your sisters. Let everybody know it is wasteful for you only to be the one to get the good information.
Yes,
We want you to make sure
definitely.
you share this widely. This is going to be very powerful information. Who knows? It may not record. I don't know if it's going to record or not. The Acuity Coach is going to do her best and maybe it'll be shared later. But what happens if it doesn't get recorded? You need people to be in the room factually so y'all can touch and agree on some
Yeah.
of the things that we're going to talk about today. So I see Ryan from Georgia. Hey, hey. Tamika from Maryland. Boo, Philly in the house. Wonderful, wonderful. So keep on coming in the room. Please make sure you share this out to other people. You can use that kite right there. Drop your name. Tell us where you're from. Hey, Everything Swim. We thank you for jumping on in the room. Hey, Pozar. Thank you, Denise, for coming on in. Jody, thank you so much for coming in the
All
room. So
right.
keep on coming. Make sure you share this out to other people. So as I was saying, I am a 6, 7, and 8-figure profit producer. As I mentioned, that has been the gift God has given me. Everywhere I have laid my hands, I have produced that amount of profit. At this moment in time, my husband and I are building a 6-figure profitable real estate empire. We made a decision about a year ago to jump back into real estate. We've been in the game since 2007, and then we kind of like stopped paying attention to that side of the business, and then we decided, you know what? This 9-to-5 business, we enjoy doing what we do and where we work. However, we don't want to do this forever. We want to
Right,
own our
right.
time, which a lot of you are small business owners or hustlers on the side, and a lot of you feel the same exact way. So we decided
Yes.
one of the most foolproof ways to ditch our 9-to-5s is to build a profitable real estate empire. And that's what we're doing. So we're already making 6-figure revenues in a real estate empire. And this year we expect to cross over into the 6-figure profit empire when it comes to real estate. So that's a little bit about my background. So the first thing for you all to know, thank you so much for jumping in, Missy and Ladishelle, Jaybird Beauty Shop. Thanks for all the hearts and stuff. The first thing that I want to tell you about what I just told you was, what is your braggable comments that you say about yourself? So we're talking about a money mindset, but your money mindset follows what comes out your mouth. So how do you talk about yourself? Do you big yourself up? Do you know who you are? What are you good at? Are you good at styling? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at raising kids? Are you good at making
Yes,
profits?
yes.
Are you good at making money? What are you good at? You must at least have 2 or 3 sentences that you talk about yourself that big you up to the highest level, that speak the truth about the gifts that you have. It's not about being pompous. It's not about, having a big head. Most people who know me know that you wouldn't even know what Jasmine's up to because she really doesn't talk about it much. But if you come on my page, you might be like, hold on, Jasmine is a whole different person when she's relating to her business. Why? Because I'm here to get the coins. And that's why you all are here too. So money mindset is so powerful and so important, but it really starts with what is coming out of your mouth. So real quick, those of you that are in the room that have jumped on, that are dropping the eyes, that are dropping the 100s,
And
tell
all
me,
of those hearts.
yes, give me one thing about yourselves right now that makes you the bomb.com, that makes you dynamite, that makes you something that's better than anybody else has to offer. Drop it in the comments real quick. Let us know what that statement about you is. Let us know what differentiates you from everybody else, especially you business owners, right? So people want to do business with people that are actually at a higher level, that are operating at a higher level. I know there's realtors in the building. What makes you a bomb realtor? Why should people pick you above other people? How many sales did you close this year? How did you make your clients feel? How many repeat customers do you have? How many referrals did you get? Like, you better talk about yourself bigger than anybody can talk about you. So Inspire BVI Marketing says, I'm a quick thinker and a problem solver. Valor Vic, I am an influencer. Yes, people are drawn to me and always want to know more. Awesome.
Come on,
Awesome.
a whole affirmation. That's a whole affirmation right there.
Yes, it absolutely is. I'm great with words and influencing. Wonderful. So that little tidbit that I gave you, that is like your elevator pitch. That one sentence about who you are, what you do, what you bring to the table, real quick. You hit people with it, and now I bet y'all want to know more. What else do I do, right? How do I make these 6, 7, and 8 figures? Um, Everything Swim says, I'm a swim instructor who still has records standing 12. What? She still got swim records 12 years later. That's what's up. I don't think I heard you talk about that on your page. I follow you.
I
We need
know,
to hear
right?
about that.
She always
You better
talks
start
about her
leading with
kids,
that in your
but
posts,
she
right?
needs to post that up.
She needs to post that real quick. Missy said, I love to find the beauty in all women. All right, right? So not only do you love to find the beauty in all women, I got the gift of beauty, of women beautification. If women let me design for them, if women let me dress them, I have them looking 10 times better than they walked in the room. I elevate their beauty to another level. That's how you talk about yourself and your gift. So let's see. Oh, you guys are dropping them in. Go ahead, read them. Read them, Miss Acuity Coach.
Tamika said, I am the absolute best at serving my clients. I get them all the way together so that they can get a house and go beyond and above for my clients. I love that, Tamika.
Yes. Okay. And we see right after Missy, it said, I maximize individuals' quality of life. Yes. Yes. That's great. Jaybird Beauty Shop said, I aspire to inspire others that they are enough and capable of enough to do beautiful things beyond their imagination. Wonderful.
I love it.
How do you do that with a product company? Don't know how to pitch. All right. Well, Tandra's Adornments, I can tell you right off the top of my head. My products make women feel beautiful. My products change energy, change dynamics, change the atmosphere. My products have you coming back for more. My products are premium quality, superb. I provide premium products and superb customer service that people purchase from me on repeat. Bam. Those sentences are for you. I hope you wrote them down because I don't remember what I said.
But Jasmine, you know, a lot of people probably wondering what even is a money mindset. You know, they're like, okay, I hear you talking about money mindset. Everywhere I go, people are talking about this thing, but I can't really wrap my head around it. What is it? And I want to let you guys know that it's basically the way you view money. So think about how you feel right now. Do you feel rich? Do you feel secure? Do you feel financially abundant? What are you feeling? Or are you simply worried about having enough to make ends meet? Where is your mindset about money? And it's not even about how much money you make or spend. It's about how you feel about your current circumstances. Because money can be a source of stress, fear, it can be a general limitation on us, you know? And to have money is a beautiful thing because it solves a lot of the problems that we face. It allows us to live generously and feel like, you know, we can show up and we don't have to feel stressed. We don't have to feel burdened down. Do you know what I'm saying, Jasmine?
Yes, I absolutely do. You know what's interesting, Laura? Somebody had DM'd me this week, and in that conversation, I think that person's in this live. So say, hey, girl, hey. They had said they were ready to make a move. They've prepped for the move, but they're a little bit fearful or don't know how to connect the moves together, and a little bit fearful about making that next move, even though they're preparing for it. And my remark to the person was, there is no problem that can present itself that money cannot solve. There is no problem that can present itself that money cannot solve. And if you prepare properly, you'll have the money to do whatever you need to do. But also be very careful too that you're not living in a scarcity mindset. So like you talked about the money mindset being your mind. Many of us live in a scarcity mindset zone, right? And many of us live there because of how we were raised, how we grew up, experiences we might have experienced as an adult, if we become divorced, if we are single. Not to say that those are definite reasons to have a scarcity mindset, but there might be experiences that are leading you to have a scarcity mindset. And those are some of those experiences that may happen. But nonetheless, regardless of what has happened to you, a mindset can be changed. A mindset can be twisted, right? You don't have to have whatever the mindset is, you have the option to change it. And there's ways that you can change your mindset. So what are some ways, Laura, that you recommend that people change their mindset?
So the first thing I would say is forget what you learned in childhood, okay? Because as children, our brains are like sponges, right? So we soak up everything that we see around us. If you see your parents struggling for money, if you see them barely getting by, every time you want to take a vacation, you're struggling to put that together. You have to stay in a little 2-star motel or a 3-star motel. You know, you learn those things as being normal. So I would say the first thing is to start to unlearn those things that you think are true about money. Stop feeling like you have to hold on to every single dollar and no money is coming to you in the future. Because sometimes we get some money and we feel like, oh my God, I have to hold on to it so tightly. And should an emergency come up and that money has to go, our whole mindset, our whole feelings just start to crumble and it weighs on us so much. So I would say forget about what you learned in childhood and chart your own money story. Decide what you want it to be. Start to affirm yourself. Start to pray it forward. And I pray over my money all the time. You know, you want to pray and affirm it until you make that thing happen. I would say to definitely start practicing gratitude as well. Sometimes we speak so negatively about our money situations that we don't even say, you know what, I'm grateful for what I do have. I'm going to work with what I do have until I get to where I want to be, you know? And set goals even now. Some people are afraid to set goals because they don't see the money. But when you put that faith in action, you would be so surprised how much money actually comes to you in return just because of your faith. So just forget about what you learned. Forget about your past money mistakes because all of us have made mistakes with money. Let's face it, all of us have. We haven't always managed our money in the best ways. We always haven't made the best decisions. But know that we can change it. We can turn that thing around. So be confident in your ability to manage it. That's what I would really say. Be confident in your ability to manage that.
Yes. So I will piggyback off of that and say, you need to be okay being uncomfortable for the more money that you desire to have.
Yes.
So you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable, desiring the money that you don't have just yet. So some people are like, well, what are you talking about? I don't have it yet. What do you mean I got to get comfortable with it? Well, most people will not make more money because they're not comfortable with making more money, not because they can't make more money. Here's an example. You might be in a job right now you're not supposed to be in. You're supposed to be in the supervisor's position or the manager's position. But because you're uncomfortable stepping into that territory, you're not going to make the money at that level. So somebody dropped in the comments, how do I find the dollars with your current income? Well, sometimes you need to make your income larger by going for a position you're not even thinking about, but that you're highly qualified for, but you've made yourself comfortable in the lower position. So that's one way. Another way is operating from a space where you're in. We have a lot of business owners in the room. So when you're a business owner, operating in the space that you're making decisions every single week that make you uncomfortable. So when you are deciding what to do with your business and you're creating your to-do list, and I'm a to-do list guru, I get a high off of every check mark that I check off of my to-do list. Right? And I will add stuff in there just to put a check mark by it, right? And it wasn't even that valuable.
Even if you're halfway done.
Yeah, it just check marking stuff and giving myself a dopamine hit. But here's the thing about that, right? Your checklist should be made of things that are actually driving your revenue forward. So even I'm guilty of this. Even it doesn't matter if you're starting your business out or if you're at 6 figures, if you're at 50,000, 10,000, you're trying to make your first 1,000. This principle remains true. Whenever you are deciding what to do in your business, your action should be focused on what generates you revenue. What are the things that generate you revenue? So for instance, you could put on your to-do list, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to exercise every morning. I am going to read my Bible. I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to write in my journal. None of those things moved your revenue forward. They're all great things that you can do. I love the Miracle Morning. It gives you the Lifesavers method, and it talks about a lot of those things. But some of you are using, and myself included, I have used it as a scapegoat to not put the scary things down on my to-do list, the things that drive my revenue forward. For instance, we're collaborating. This is a revenue generating designed collaboration. She didn't reach out to me to generate revenue. However, we knew that us coming together would have an impact on our businesses, and we both have value that we're bringing to the table, right?
Yeah.
However, if you guys follow me, and if you don't follow me, it's Jasmine Naylor _ enterprise on IG. I told y'all about a week ago.
You better plug that. You better plug that one more time.
Jasmine Naylor Enterprise, Jasmine Naylor _ enterprise on IG, Jasmine Naylor Enterprise on Facebook. So I shared with y'all in full transparency that one of my greatest fears was going live, right? I said, I'm fine once I go live, but it's like this petrifying fear before I go live that it hasn't seemed to fade away, although it did much better today. But you see, because I'm doing it more, it's going away. And now that it's going away, now I'm able to focus on the next higher level thing that I need to be doing. So, okay, great. I got the lives out the way. What's the next thing I need to do? What's the next higher level connection that I need to make? Or the next higher level revenue generating choice that I need to make? So I think a lot of the attendees today are taking part in the boot camp that the Acuity Coach is having. And it started already, or when does it start?
Yes, it started on Saturday, and we're in that incubator for 30 days, and they have already started so much great work. And we've gotten to the uncomfortable part of things where you're starting to unlearn some bad habits that you had, or things that you thought were set in stone about business and weren't really working for yours. So we're starting to unpack some things and learn some things that actually will drive our business forward. And it's great that you actually brought up the live video being a money generating activity, because that's one of the things that I'm pushing them to do in that incubator. Get in front of your people, make them be able to interact with you, get to know you, and establish your authority by just showing up and teaching what you know, sharing what you know, allowing people to see, you know what? She really knows her stuff. She knows what she's talking about. She's actually a confident businesswoman. He's actually a confident businessman, And I wanted to circle back to W Banks before we go on. The comments said, how do you find dollars within your current income? And one of the things that I decided to do 2 years ago, January was 2 years since I locked my hair, okay? Because I was spending like $400, $500, $600 in the salon every single month. And I said, you know what? If I'm going to make a shift in my business, if I'm going to make a shift in my life, I'm going to put that towards systems and tools, whatever it is I need for my business to be able to show up on a different level. And then I just kept going with it, and I was fine with it, because now I'm spending $40 in comparison to $600. And it's like, that's a lot of money that I can put into my business. A lot of us, we always need our nails done. We always need this done. The money is already there. It's just how you allocate that money. So it's time for us to be uncomfortable, like you said, for just a little while, to do what it is that we actually need to do. So don't say the money isn't there. Maybe you can cook this week instead of buying lunch. Stop buying so many coffees at Starbucks. Whatever it is, the money is there. You just have to tell it where to go. Okay?
Yes. And that's the funny thing about money, right? If you don't tell it where to go, it goes where it wants to go.
Listen.
So if you don't got a budget, guess what? Your money is seeping out. It's like a hole. It's like a hole, and all the money is flowing out. All of a sudden, every month, you don't know where the money went. You don't know how it got there, how it disappeared. But you know that when they send you the W-2, which you're just about to get, you're going to look at it. You're going to be like, oh, I really made that much money. I don't remember making that much money. You made it, but there was a hole in your budget because you didn't have a budget. You got to have a budget. Go ahead.
The thing is, it's like you're letting your money have power over you, and you're not taking control and having power over where your money goes. You're just letting it dictate what happens. And we should not be operating from that standpoint, because we're the ones working to earn this money. So why does our money get to rule over us? It makes no sense. We really have to shift our perspective to get to where we need to go. You said all these gems are going to make you rich. Yes, come on.
Absolutely. I think the other interesting thing too about a budget is, I'll tell you 3 easy places you can find money. The Acuity Coach said your hair. What is your hairdresser bill? If you change your method, your approach, your motto, you could save big bucks there. The biggest hole that I find in people's budgets is they're eating out. Hey, Charlene, people love to eat out. Some people in this
Yes.
pandemic have been
See,
able to save a lot of money.
The heart went up on that point, even now.
Yes. So some of y'all put on the pandemic 15, like you went to college for your freshman year again. And those who haven't gone to college, just so you know, they say when you go to college and live on campus, you put on a good 15 pounds. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Right? People put the pandemic 15 on, right? So some of y'all were eating the whole household in the cupboard, and some of y'all was ordering out. Y'all was comfortable with the delivery man dropping Uber Eats and DoorDash right at your front porch. So look at your budget for what you're spending out to eat. But the other thing for your budget is where are you also splurging at? Some of y'all, I'm not gonna say who, has been living on Amazon. And you've been blowing all your money at Amazon.
Come on now.
Amazon stock has exploded, and I own Amazon stock, so I'm greatly appreciative of y'all for wasting your money on Amazon. However, you're on this live now. I don't want you wasting your money over there. I want you to keep some of them coins in your pocketbook and reinvest it into your business. Now, if you don't have a business, here's something to consider, because this is something we also hear a lot with money mindset. If your mind goes to lack, which is scarcity, well, I don't have it, where I don't know where to find it. We just gave you 3 or 4 great strategies on where you can find it. Here's another strategy. Every one of us has a gift that we can monetize. Some people might not want to be big business owners. You might want to just have a side hustle and be okay with it. That's okay. But if we all think about who we are and what we've been gifted with, we all have something we can monetize. Quick example. Some of y'all are masters at cleaning. You could clean people's houses. Some of you are dope cooks. Who says you can't throw down in the kitchen on a Saturday and sell dinners? You might make jewelry. Who say you can't hustle your jewelry? Who's to say, what are some other examples? You might be a great babysitter. People might need daycare in this pandemic. You could do that. It doesn't have to go through the formal channels. But these are just some quick, easy, low-hanging fruit of ways you can make quick money to infuse it in your business. So money mindset, another money mindset rule for you. Never say, I don't have the money. Say, I'm going to strategize to get the money. You can pray all day and you can have faith, but God, you could have prayed, had the faith, and God gave you the phone call to make $1 million. And when the person calls you, you say, oh, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. You just lost $1 million just because of the way that your mindset was wired. So be very mindful about what comes out your mouth. Like, be careful with the lack that may be coming out, because it could cut off your own blessings. It could be cutting off your own business.
Yes.
And it's cutting off your own money flow. So be mindful of that. You can make way more than you're making in so many different ways. So Mrs. Makita Rod, that's right. A young girl came to my house with cupcakes. Hey, these young kids are making money. Facts. Roxy Rod. They are, aren't they? So let's pivot real quick, right? So you've got people in your coaching program right now, and I've got people that I'm working with in different spaces. And the next thing besides the scarcity mindset that might be happening and being innovative in how you create money is also those of you that are not charging what you're worth. There's a lot of people that are not charging what they're worth. Now, I've been through this exercise before, so I know when I wasn't charging my worth and I was trading my time for money on a per hour basis. And I went and got me some coaching, and I know some of you are getting some coaching from the Acuity Coach. So step number 1 is when you want to charge at a price that's higher than you're at, or you might not even know you need to charge more. You need to align yourself with people that are charging more than you're charging, or that can see further than you can see. So some of y'all
been further you've been also.
So some of y'all got booked calendars right now, and you're like, I am kicking it, I am rocking it. Or some of you are like, I'm exhausted by these books that are fully booked out. My calendar's booked out, but I'm just not making enough money. Well, the first thing you need to look at is, what are you charging? And what are you offering for those charges? And how and what should be priced at a higher premium? Nobody's going to come to, none of your clients, unless you really have a good one, is going to come to you and say, girl, you just gave me so much for the price that I paid. This is way underpriced. Some will, but some are going to be like, I'm not going to tell her nothing. I hope she never raises her prices because this is a steal and I want to take advantage of this steal until the day I die. So let her stay asleep. Some of y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to up your prices. And how do you up your prices? You up your prices. It is really that simple. But first, you get comfortable in your mind. Yes, you got to get comfortable in your mind about the price that you're going to charge. So I'll give you an example for me. And Laura, you could give one for you too. My first class, I did it for free, and there's nothing wrong with that. I did it for free, and then I turned it into a unlimited access after the fact, and I charged $100 for it. And in my head, I was like, if one person buys this, I will be happy. And I had half a dozen buy the class, which let me know, hold on a second, I'm on to something. And I know this class was worth way more than $100, but I only priced it at $100 because I thought that's all that people would pay. But what happens if I would have priced it at $300 and just 3 people would have bought it? Well, I would have made $900 instead of $600. And some people might say, yeah, but you didn't get all those customers. It's not about the total number of customers. It's about the total number of dollars. I rather less customers and more dollars. And I rather focus on giving a great product to less people that are my designed people, the people that are designed for me. So the next time I did a course, yes, right, your ideal targeted client. So the next time I did a class, I had got me some coaching in between, and I leveled up with that. I got some new teaching, and they talked all about pricing at a premium. You set the bar for where you're at. And that class I charged $1,000 for. And I got 10 people in the class. So the only thing that I was still the same person from a few months prior. The only thing that changed was my belief in myself, what I believed I was worth. Did I believe what I was offering was valuable? Yep. And sure enough, yes, it was valuable. So some of you in this live right now need to up your prices. And if you're in the Acuity Coach boot camp, then I know she's going to be talking about that. Some of y'all got to up their prices. So tell us a story for you. What has been your experience in terms of the pricing dilemmas?
Listen, and I shared this on my masterclass, I think 2 weeks ago. When I first started, I was trying to do all the things, right? So I wasn't just focused on having a premium offer. I was trying to be in a million people's inboxes. I was trying to be all over the place. I had ebooks, I had courses, I was doing coaching, I was doing all the things, trying to hustle to make money, right? And the first month that I was in business, I made like $100, and I was like, listen, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing all this effort for what, you know? And the moment that I stepped back and I said, you know what? I know what I have within me. I know what I can do, is the moment that I started attracting people I wanted to work with, to the point now where the people that I actually turned down then that were hassling me on my prices when it was just like $100 a month want to work with me now and won't leave me alone now that my prices are $2,500 to come into a container with me. To the point where I can actually show up and do free trainings, do the boot camp, and it doesn't kill me. And I don't feel like, oh my God, I can't give away my knowledge for free, because I changed my money mindset and I realized that money is attracted to me. I am going to achieve every single goal that I've set in my business. I have leveled up myself as a coach. I have put a lot of value into the services I provide. And I know that that must yield me a return. So I'm not stressed. When people come to me, I'm working with the people that I want to work with, not people that are hassling me for my prices, not people that are not going to do the work when I give them the work to do, not people who want me to show up as a consultant and do the work for them instead of them actually being coached through the process. Okay. So I've totally shifted my business model. I'm not coming in to tell you what to do. I'm telling you how to think and how to show up as a business owner, okay? I am not your secretary. I am not your assistant. I am your coach, and I will get you through that end point, you know? And that's why I started Premium Scalable Services, because it's about charging what you're worth so that you can show up more authentically, so that you can show up happy. A lot of people are in business, but they're not even happy because you're starting to resent your clients because you're charging them maybe $200, $300, and you're showing up and you're doing all this work and you're so drained, you're so tired, you're like, oh my God, I have to serve 20 people this month. just to make my small little income goal that's not even sustaining me, you know? So
Yeah.
show up, raise those prices, but make sure that you have a premium offer. Don't just go and raise your price and then you don't have something that's premium offering to people, because that's the quickest way you'll get caught up.
Yes.
You know, so you have to be so careful. But I challenge you guys to level up, you know, level up who you're around. If you know you don't have the right strategy, don't be afraid to seek help, because the return on that investment is going to be so great. I can't say that enough. I have two coaches, okay? Two. One that helps me with my coaching program and one that helps me monetize Instagram. Because let's face it, nobody comes into this business sector knowing everything about business. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid to say that they need help, or they just have this mindset that, okay, I can figure it out. I can watch 15 of Laura's lives. I can go and show up on Jasmine's Money Mindset Mondays for the next 52 weeks of the year and get everything I need. It doesn't work like that. You can't just say you're going to go on all these lives and then think you're going to piece together a little strategy here, a little strategy there, and then it comes together as a whole. It doesn't work like that.
Say it
You
again.
can't 399 your way to success. So if you're gonna get there, you gotta take away that limiting mindset that you're putting on yourself and that you're putting on your money, because you're afraid to put your money to use by hiring someone that can actually help you, because you actually don't even believe that you can get a return on that investment. And that is the truth. Because if you knew what you had within you, if you knew that you could take that thing, that investment that you put into that coach or that trainer, and you could make that thing 5x, 10x return, you would do it. So
Right.
what's keeping you from believing in yourself that you can actually do that? That's what I want you guys to marinate on. What do you truly believe about yourself?
Amen. Amen to that. I think too, something that we really need to talk about, and I've been talking about on my page. One, well, what Laura just said, listen, you can watch all my lives if you want, but you won't have the blueprint to success. You have a
Yes.
snippet. You get a snippet in the lives. You get a snippet to put it together. And I have paid thousands. I'm probably probably about to hit the $10,000 mark in terms of how much I have paid out to coaching programs,
It ain't
so that I
cheap.
could,
It ain't
hello,
cheap.
so that I could get to the level of where I'm at. Just because I have done great things in different fields doesn't mean I know everything. I don't.
Right.
I'm paying to play at the level I want to be at. And so everybody has to pay to play. There is no way around it. Or you can pay to play and learn every mistake that some of us have already made or some of us avoided by getting coaching at a higher level. So be very mindful of that. You cannot go where you want to go as quick as you want to get there unless you pay levels. And that's what a coach does. The other thing that I want to tell you is, if you're running a business or have a desire to run a business, you need to make sure that you document that business. So I'm going to say that again. 2020 just ended. We're in 2021. It's about to be tax season. It is tax season, right? Some of y'all are thinking, should I report that income I made on this business? Some of y'all started a business. Tell it. Some of y'all starting a business and you didn't necessarily revenue, but you have startup expenses. You can claim that on your taxes, and you can claim that loss on your taxes. And what it does is it makes your business real. If you're going to make it a sole proprietorship or a LLC single member, and there's other options you have, so you could speak to your CPA about that or your financial advisor. Right. But what I'm telling you is that you must legitimize your business. Do not shoot under the radar. Do not hide under the table. Matter of fact, get from under the table, because a tornado is not coming. So you need to get from under the table. Like they taught us in school, like it's a tornado drill. Everybody get up under the table. No, your business does not belong under the table. It belongs on top of the table. All coins on the table. So you need to document your business. That is a money mindset leveling 101. If you're a business owner, it needs to be legit. It needs to be real. It needs to be filed. One reason you need it to be legit and you need it to be filed is because you might miss out on grant opportunities. You might miss out on speaking engagements, because when the speaking engagement calls and says, send me your W-9, and you're like, oh, I never really registered my business. Oh, it's really not They don't want to hear that. They want you to States, and they want to see that they're gonna give this to you, and they're gonna report it to the feds, and you're gonna claim it on your taxes. So no more hiding businesses. I know some phenomenal businesses that have been under the table for years. I need you to put the business on top of the table. Quit playing around with the money, and that's fraud. If y'all hiding these tables under the business, that is fraud, and y'all know that y'all should not be doing that, because if the IRS comes knocking, and if they listen, leave that right there. No more hiding under the table. So what do you have to say about that, Laura?
Definitely, you know, and the funny thing is, a few months ago, a young lady reached out to me about coaching, and I'm like, okay, but you have your business. I knew that she had a business for about 3-4 years, and she's like, yeah, I'm just waiting to file. I'm like, what you mean? What you mean you waiting to finally like legitimize your business? I said you have a website, you do pop-up shops, you're doing all these things, and you mean to tell me that you never, like, all these years? Like, are you serious? You know, it just makes people not take you serious as a business owner. You're saying that you want to get to a certain endpoint, but you're not taking the right steps to get there. And it's so funny because yesterday I did talk about doing second things first. You're doing all of the things that you're supposed to do after you've actually, you know, registered your business and done what you're supposed to do. You're doing all of those second things first. And then now, like you said, when those opportunities come knocking, you can't actually pick up on those opportunities that you're actually working so hard to achieve. So then what is the point of it all? Just because you're afraid to pay some taxes, like, that's it. That's what you're running from, you know? So it's just about shifting your mindset to get to that place where you realize that you have to legitimize your business and show up as a true business owner. Did I lose Jasmine? Can y'all see Jasmine? Y'all, I think I lost Jasmine. Okay. Can you hear me? Which one is frozen, guys? Is it me or is it Jasmine? Because I can hear you in and out, but I can't tell if it's me frozen or you frozen. Jasmine. Okay. Y'all, are you there? Because I'm not good at this tech stuff. I don't want to take her out and bring her back in. Can you hear me now? Just when it was good. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I think we've got you back now. Awesome.
Important that people focus on who their circle is. So a lot of the reasons that we're operating, if it's below a season that we should be at, or if it's below where we should be at, is because we are hanging with the wrong circle. Now, this is the hardest thing that I tell people. Able to hear me soon. What I tell people about is you have to change your circle to go to the level that you want to be at. If your circle was at the level that it needed to be at, you would be at the level you want to be at. And there is no arguments with this concept. This is a tried, true, and tested concept. Your circle dictates your money is
Yes.
dictated by hang with. Your mindset is dictated by who you hang with. Not only who you hang with, but what are you letting into your eye gates, and what are you letting into your ear gates, right? So everything,
Yeah.
your people, the conversations, the relationships, all of that dictates the level that you operate on. So if you're not hanging with people that make you uncomfortable, then you're not with the right people. Operating in your business at a level that every week you're not a little uncomfortable, you're not a little bit scared, a little bit nervous about the move that you're about to make. Well, that means that you haven't set your goals for that week high enough. And that also means if the relationships are not making you a little uncomfortable, that means they're not the right relationships. And I mean the good uncomfortable. I don't mean
The good, yeah.
the bad uncomfortable. I mean the good uncomfortable, meaning that they want you to level up, that they're going to tell you the challenging things that you need to hear when it comes to your business, when it way you're operating in your life, when it comes to touch and agree about a couple of things that I want people to know. It's time to transition. You really need to take a look at those relationships and what you're consuming in your ears and in your eyes. So what do you think about
and
that?
Jasmine, before you go on, I want to plug here because a lot of people say
to tell y'all too. So a few more before we get off here. We have committed to doing no more, so we're about 14 minutes away from that. And then if people want to drop questions in the chat box, by all means, you can do a little bit of Q&A. Folks have some Q&A to ask. So I told you about making revenue decisions daily when at your business.
I think there's a little bit of a delay. Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear. Yes. Okay, great. So I was saying when you were talking about leveling up your circle.
Go ahead, Laura.
One of the main things that people are saying that, I don't have a lot of rich people around me. I don't have a lot of 7 and 8 figure people around me. Well, you can find them online. I found Jasmine online. She's great. She's helping me level up. So, she's speaking words of life into my business, So definitely try to find like-minded people online. If you don't find them in person, you can definitely find them online. So don't feel like you're limited to the people that are around you. Many times the people that are around you don't even understand what it is you're doing, especially in business. They have the same one-track mind that you have to work for somebody in order to attain a level of success. They don't understand why you're going so hard at entrepreneurship. They don't understand the challenges that you're facing and what it is you're sacrificing for. So don't be afraid to find people online, like-minded people. You'll find them in live videos. You'll find them in different training programs, different workshops, wherever. Just try to find people that are on the same wavelength as you. That this was awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you.
Absolutely. So when we talk about those eyes and those ear gates in my business is, what are you watching? It's January 11th, 2021. I think it's time for you to clean house on your social media pages. Who are you consuming?
Yes.
Take them off.
And people forget that we actually are able to curate the feeds that we want to see. If somebody is bringing you down, if the content that they're posting makes you feel inadequate, then just unfollow them. Don't be stuck feeling like you're stuck following these people and they just make you feel less than. Follow accounts that actually allow you to level up and make you feel like you're inspired and you're working towards something great and don't make you feel like your business is too small or too low, or you haven't attained a level of success, so your business is nothing. You definitely need to be following people that push you to your next level of success. Yes, you said yes. I'm gonna take a look at some of these comments while Jasmine is doing her favorite thing, which is freezing, y'all. She's gonna be the freeze queen tonight. All right, she left, so I think she's gonna come back in. Posar Photography said, not everyone is your client and you have to be okay with your price. And that's definitely it. You don't want to start working with people that are, and I don't want to say below you, but not in line with who you are, and cause you to show up, you know, less than who you are to serve them, because some clients actually pull you down. When you have that initial conversation with a client, you know immediately in your gut if this is even somebody that you want to work with. You get that instant feeling of, I don't really know, this person kind of makes me feel uncomfortable, or this person is kind of sketchy, or this person seems like they'll just be a major headache to me. You know, you need to follow that gut and just do what feels right for you. All right, let's see. That's right. Not everyone is in need of a discount. They just want one. Let your price be your price. Yes, I love that. And the thing is, you don't have to feel obligated to give people a discount. And that's one thing that I'm not going to do for my services unless you're in my email list. Everybody that's in my email list or has attended a workshop, a webinar, whatever with me, they naturally get discounted products because they're inside of my community. But if I have to show up and if I have to do this work day after day for you, if you're paying me as your coach, why should I discount my services when at the end of the day, you are going to be the one with that return on investment after I have poured everything from inside of me into you, all the failures that I have and all the lessons that came with that, everything that I know. Why should I discount my services? So never feel like you're pressured to discount your services. If you have to show up and do the work, then that check needs to show up and pay you for your time. Okay? Period. Jasmine, you're back. Welcome back. You said you have a lag. Uh-oh. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up because Jasmine is having technical difficulties, y'all. But this has been so amazing. So I want you guys to drop the nuggets as Jasmine is coming back in and we're going to wrap this thing up. I want you guys to drop any nuggets that you had from tonight that you want to share. What was really, you know, something that hit home for you and you're going to start doing or you're going to stop doing when it comes to your money mindset, or just in general in your business. Drop those comments. Let us know if this live was helpful. We'll definitely be doing this again because it was so helpful to you guys, and I love the interaction and everything that we were able to share. I think was very helpful to you guys based on, yes, you said yes. I thank y'all for joining. I'm going to try to jump back in. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Yes. You said you love my accent. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from the Virgin Islands. So yes, that's why my accent is the way it is. And I'm just happy that you can understand what I'm saying. Found you both online. Yes, Tamika, we were so happy to connect with you also. And guys, Tamika, I will be going live with Tamika very soon. She's a realtor. And for those of you that actually want to purchase homes, that want to know how to set up yourself to be able to get some real estate behind you, she's definitely one to follow to help you prepare for that journey, because you don't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to buy a house today, do you? You have to prepare for that to happen. So definitely go and follow Tamika on Tamika Green _ realtor. Are you back, Jasmine?
I hope I'm back. This technology
Yes.
is gonna be great. But we're gonna be great
You were
anyway.
giving out too many gems. Instagram doesn't like it. They're like, you girls go home. You girls go home, you know?
Look at this, trying to kick us off, but that's okay. That is quite all right.
So they were just dropping in what was helpful for tonight. Ine said one thing that was very helpful was being comfortable and being uncomfortable when you want to be successful and desire more money. Yes, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, definitely. And it's just for a time, it's not forever. And that's another mindset thing. Just knowing, you know what, I'm doing this thing, I'm sacrificing, but it's not forever. It's just for a time. And your future self will thank you when you're rolling around in those comments, when you're rolling around in that paper, you'll be like, yes.
Right. And then when you could really teach and show other people how to do what it is that you did.
Yes.
I think that's something that people don't realize. Like, you can't stay where you're at and get where you're going all at the same time and bring everybody with you.
Exactly.
Somebody has got to be the
It's
pioneer.
okay to release what you know along the way. Because
Yes.
I know some of my family members are like, you're always on Instagram Live, teaching multiple times a week, whatever you know. It's okay. As I release, I grow. As I release, I gain more knowledge. As I release, you know, and I take some people along with me, I'm strengthened also by the people that are under me, by the people that, you know, come in and they get all the nuggets and they're able to implement and they say, you know what, this is working. That strengthens me too. So don't be afraid to release, to put somebody else on. And some of you guys, and I'm going to say this, you need to stop following some of these coaches and these consultants that don't really want to give you the full information. And you're paying them this money and you still don't have the strategy. You still don't have what you need because they're popular or whatever. But you need to find out, is this person really going to help me get to where I need to go? Do they really have what it is I need? You know, find that information out for yourself, because a lot of people, they charge people for services and they're jealous of their own progress, their clients' progress. So you need to be careful who you're letting guide you to your end goal out here in these social media streets, because it's not easy, honey.
You got that right. You got that right. And you know you're getting a good coach if what you're getting for free, even though you can't get the full strategy with what you're getting for free on the free lives. If you know that that alone by itself is so good. So don't be duped by a good commercial, a 30-second commercial on IG, and go buy something for $1,000 and you haven't tested the fruit. You haven't seen, what did they teach you? You know, so, you know, test the fruit. Is it really working? Be careful out here in these streets, because marketing will get you. It will, you will spend all your bucks.
Me before, and when I paid the money, I'm like, what? Can I get a refund? Like,
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I want to thank everybody. I know you did. We had some technical difficulties, but I thank everybody for hanging in. Those of you that just joined, or those of you that have been here for the whole entire hour. This is really great. I had a good time. So thanks,
I had a wonderful
Laura.
time, Jasmine.
Thanks for coming up with this idea. I think all of you are going to kill it in 2021. A lot of you have been activated so you can elevate and dominate this year. That is a theme that I put in my posts because that is what we want y'all to do. Information is power, but it is only power if you apply it. So don't sit on this information. Implement. Put what is one thing you're going to implement that scares the bejesus out of you. Like literally, that is the thing that you need to do. The thing that scares you, the relationship that you ain't quite ready to cut off. The space or the person you don't feel quite ready to talk to because they might seem a little too smart, or they might know a little too much. They could be waiting for you. They could have been waiting a whole year for you to just ask them so they could tell you everything. Some people are so ready and willing to coach and to educate people. But if people are scared to ask, they can't help you get to that next level. So just some words of wisdom before we go. So if people want to stay in touch with me, by all means, follow my IG handle, which is Jasmine Naylor _enterprise. Or you can also like my Facebook page, which is Jasmine Naylor Enterprise, straight, all one word. And I drop videos every Monday called Money Monday, giving tips on business, money, real estate, you name it. And I have a free guide if you're interested in real estate that you could hit in my bio on IG. And it'll go right to your inbox. So I really had a great time. So thank you, Laura. How can people that might have come over from my page connect with you going forward?
Yes, definitely. You guys can follow me at the Acuity Coach. You can tap that link in my bio. You can join my email list. I have about 3 or 4 free items there for you to help you to do better at social media sales. Also, I have a service incubator that is launching again on the 1st of March. So if you're a service provider in here and you know that you're struggling to go over that 3K a month mark, that 4K a month mark, and you're just attracting clients that just don't fit who you are, that cause you to show up on a level that's lower than yourself, you're undercharging, but your calendar is booked. You're maxing out your time, but you're not maxing out your bank account. That's a problem. So if you know that you're suffering from this, you definitely want to follow me. I'm usually on 3 to 4 times a week, giving free trainings, videos to help you, whatever it is you need. I'm the girl to do it. So follow me on there. And I can't wait to see you guys come over. You guys have been an amazing, amazing bunch tonight, like for real. And thank you guys for all of the compliments. They're saying that we did awesome, that we're speaking facts. Listen, you guys are so awesome for receiving this information, because sometimes you show up but people are not ready to receive. So thank you for just being in a position of being ready to receive all that we have shared with you guys tonight. Okay. All right.
All right. Level up those businesses and those lives in 2021.
Yes. All right, guys.
Well, all right, everybody.
Have a good
Have a
night.
good night.
Bye.
Bye.